Turning now to your community focus, the race to replace Congressman David Cicilline in Congress is taking shape with announcements coming about who's in and who's out. And joining us now live in studio is one of those who's tossed her hat into the ring, Lieutenant Governor Sabina Matos. Lieutenant Governor, good to see you again. So let's start with the obvious question. 60 seconds or less, why do you want to be in Congress?
I want to be in Congress because I want to be a strong voice for Rhode Island. I have big care about many issues that Congressman Cicilline has been fighting for in Congress, and I want to be that voice to continue the work that he was doing, fighting for affordable housing, fighting for health care, fighting for reproductive freedom, and also to make sure that we have safe gun safety legislations that protects our children. So there are many things that I care about, but that I can tell you. It's going to be tough to fill those shoes, but I'm going to try my best to do the best work I can.
You mentioned a lot of issues there, but
yes.
What do you think is the single biggest issue facing residents of CD1 right now?
Right now, housing. Housing is number one issue that is affecting Rhode Islanders. If you see the news continue to be right now, the average price to buy a home is around $400,000. So housing continues to be number one. Next is, I believe that the residents of Rhode Island and the CD1 care a lot about a woman's right to choose. That's a big issue also for the people of Rhode Island. And the economy continues to be a strong issue.
As we mentioned a few minutes ago, you have a new opponent as of today. Sandra Cano got into the race. She mentioned right away that you don't live in the 1st District. You live in the 2nd District. Yeah. Are you going to move into the 1st District that you want to represent?
Yes, my family and I are committed to moving to the 1st District. Just to let you know, I'm like less than a mile away. If you bike, it's going to be 6 minutes. If you're walking, 15. So I'm very close. The most important thing.
So you don't think it's a big issue that your address is out of the district?
The important thing is that the people from CD1 know me, and I know them. I represented them as the president of the city council. I've been representing them for almost 2 years as a lieutenant governor. So I know them, I know that community, and they know me, and that's the important thing.
And will you move before or after the election? I
don't have a timeline because, again, it's a family commitment. And we just talk about housing prices, right?
Yes.
I may be able to sell mine, but I may not be able to buy another one. So, but we're committed to doing that. Yes.
Of course, you've won election now in your own right as Lieutenant Governor, but Governor Dan McKee handpicked you for this job. So I'm curious what his reaction was when you told him, Governor, I'm going to run for Congress and I might step aside from being your Lieutenant Governor.
Well, I told him that I was going to start exploring, and that was the conversation I had with him. He picked me. He trusts my work. He has seen my trajectory on public service, so I think that's one of the reasons why he decided to pick me for the position. We have worked together well as a good partnership, making sure that we got everyone vaccinated in the state of Rhode Island. So we have a good working relationship and a lot of respect for one another.
Will he endorse you?
I'm not sure.
You should ask him.
Let's ask him that question.
All right, we'll ask him. Well, we only about 30 seconds left. A congressional issue for you. One thing that's really divided Democrats down there in the last month is this new criminal code in Washington, D.C. If you were in Congress now, would you have voted to uphold the new criminal code, or would you have voted to reject it?
I believe that the local community knows better, and we have to trust what the Washington community decided, and I will be supportive of their decision. Yeah.
All right, Lieutenant Governor and candidate for Congress, Sabina Matos, thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you. I'm so glad I was here with you.
We're glad as well.